Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead. Today I have a food pantry haul for you. This is our county-run food pantry, and you're allowed to come in twice a month. So the one is a day that you get to pick whatever day of the month that you want to on the days that they're open. So usually I time mine for when I don't have away from another food pantry, and then also when we haven't been to the grocery store for a while to kind of fill in the holes that need to be filled in. And you get to shop during that one. So you get to pick and choose what you want. The one today was what's called Commodities Day, and it's the government funded day, and you don't get a choice of what you get. You go through, they give you a set number of things, and then you leave. Now, you can say no to things, and there are a couple of things that you get choices of, but it's less choices than the other one. But I know that the goal for this one is they always try to give out some kind of dairy, some kind of meat, some kind of shelf-stable vegetables, fruits, some fresh fruits and vegetables, some bread. They try to give you, I think the intention is for this to be like 2 weeks to a month worth of groceries for one person. So I wouldn't swear by that. I need to ask them what the goal is on this day. Hang on just a second. Sorry, I had to help a toddler open the door. So yeah, I need to ask for sure what the goal is for this one, because I think based on what I'm seeing, I could see stretching this for one person for a month. But my eyes are also used to seeing 7 people's worth of groceries, so maybe not. I don't know. All right, so let's jump in and see what we were blessed with. All right, so we got a gallon of 2% milk. We got to choose one meat. They had whole chickens, pork tenderloin, or not pork tenderloin, like a pork loin, or the chicken leg quarters. And so I chose the chicken leg quarters. We've had a pork loin recently, and I know that I have a whole chicken in the freezer right now, so I figured something different would be nice. Also, this is just a nice big bag. It's a 5-pound bag of meat. So very excited to have that. Plus, I like getting the bone-in things like a whole chicken or the leg quarters, because then once we have eaten the meat, then I can turn around and use the bones to make broth again. So it's a double whammy for me on how much I get out of it. They were also giving everybody a thing of, and now I'm going to forget the name of it. It's pork belly. So this is like uncut bacon is what she said, but I don't think pork belly is cured either, like bacon is. So what do I do with this? Because they were saying possibly cutting it up and putting it into soup beans, but we don't do soup beans because my husband and I have to eat low carb. So I'm just not sure what to do with it. So you tell me what I should do with it. Tell me the amazing recipe to make pork belly, because I know it's like yum from what I've heard, but I just don't know what to do with it. Anyway, they had a bunch of dried goods this time, so that was nice. A bag of chickpea or garbanzo. I think it's called chickpeas when they're dry and garbanzo when they're cooked. Or maybe it's the other way around. I don't remember. There are two 2-pound things of lentils and two 2-pound bags of split peas. Usually what I end up doing with these is some of them we will use, like split pea soup is a good one. I know I've got a Southwest lentils and rice that my kids really like that I make, especially during the winter. But then the other thing that I do with these is you can sprout. And you can eat the sprouts, and then I like to save them during the winter, and I will sprout them, and it ends up like quadrupling how much is here. And then during the winter, I will sprout them in a windowsill, and I will feed them to my chickens so that they're getting some greens during the winter, and then they continue to lay us eggs. So I know that's kind of an iffy one on feeding something to my chickens instead of feeding it to myself, but the way I see it is my kids are not huge lentil fans. My husband and I can't eat them because of health reasons. So if I can turn them into eggs and meat, why not? The other thing is there was somebody that said that you can use lentils and sprinkle them on like bald places in your yard, and it will grow up and work as grass. And I'm like, hey, that's kind of cool. So maybe that's an option. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. There is also a thing of long grain white rice. So like I said, that Southwest lentils and rice, I will combine those to do that. That makes it's done in like an Instapot as my original recipe. And I don't even know if I have the original recipe around anymore. I had it off of Pinterest and I lost my Pinterest board. But it's pretty easy just on its lentils and rice and like peppers and canned tomatoes and then some taco seasoning, and it's just a really easy one. And so I do it for lunch because it makes a nice quick and easy lunch because I can just throw it in the Instant Pot and keep going. Anyway, they had their baby stuff out, and so I picked up another one of these fruit and yogurt squeezy pouches. My 3-year-old loves those. She eats at least one a day, and especially that flavor. I even tried it and it was good. There are sliced potatoes and whole kernel corn, 2 things of green beans, 2 things of carrots, and then 4 of unpeeled apricot halves, which is not something that I know we've gotten these before, but it's probably been a long time. When I was growing up, my mom would buy dried apricots, and I wonder if I can actually dehydrate these and make dried apricots with those. I bet I could, but that's something different, which is nice. We got a 1-pound bag of shelled walnuts and a 1-pound bag of hazelnuts. This was another thing that we got a choice on, was we could get a big can of mixed vegetables. So like a double-sized can of mixed vegetables or raisins. And my kids love raisins and will eat them like crazy. And I also have a recipe for a muffin that uses raisins. So I picked that. They didn't have as much bread stuff today. So we just got 1 thing of hot dog buns, but that's fine. They'll be used. A thing of yellow onions, and then I did pick up 10 of these, but my kids have already hit them. So these are plums, right? It doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure those are plums because they don't look like pluots. I picked up some avocados. We still have some of the ones that we got from the mobile food pantry last week, but I am unfortunately finding that they are not ripening correctly. They are turning brown and getting gross before they ripen, if that makes sense. So unfortunately, yeah, I'm still working with them on getting as much out of them as I can, and I've been freezing it, but you know. 2 bags of peaches, and then a nice big 10-pound bag of russet potatoes, and these are kind of small potatoes. So I like to cut those into quarters and air fry them or bake them and make like roasted potatoes that my kids love. So all right, that is everything. Huge blessing. Stupendously excited about getting all of this. I have been using nuts. I've been blending them up whenever I make smoothie popsicles for the kids, and they don't even notice that they're in there. So that gets a little bit more protein in them, which is awesome. And then I've also used the almonds to make almond milk for myself as well. So that's kind of nice too. So, but yeah, huge blessing. All right. I am tired. All the kids still have a cold, but they're getting over it. Like they're all on the mend. But it still just means that coughing in the middle of the night and waking mom up and that kind of thing. So, but everybody is feeling better. They're all out on the front porch playing, if you can hear that in the background. So, all right, that is everything. If you need help, please feel free to seek it out because it is out there and they love you. They love helping. There's always a smile from the people at the food pantry for anyone who's in line. I will post a link in the show notes on how to find a food pantry in your area. You can also check Facebook as a great way of finding them. Like look at the news and events pages for your area. You can also follow the local food pantries because sometimes like ours every once in a while have extra overabundance of stuff and they'll say, hey, come get all these pears. We don't know what to do with all these pears or all these potatoes there was one time when they were handing out watermelons, as many watermelons as you wanted kind of thing. So, yeah, Facebook is another great resource as well. So, all right, I'm going to put these things away and make some lunch. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.